So I'm getting prepped to go pick up our RV. I decided to get the Anderson hitch because I think it's going to be the most versatile for being a dealer and going through so many different RVs. That it can hook up to any goose ball. Instead of, if we sell this truck and get a Dodge, I can just use the same hitch to do our fifth wheels. All right, I think I've got everything hooked up properly. Let's go ahead and see if we bought a lemon or if we got lucky. So this first trip is nerve-wracking for a couple of reasons. The first is that I have what's set up called a floor plan, and it's basically just a line of credit. Every RV dealer, every car dealer for that matter, doesn't actually own the cars on their lot. They are financed through what's called a floor plan. And I wanted to do this for two reasons. I know we're the opposite of people who would you expect to want a revolving line of credit for this. But the first reason is I want to know that the deals we're making make sense financed. For the same reason we have a mortgage on our warehouse. If you can't make the deal work on a floor plan, then you bought too high. You're not doing your job right. And the second is, if we ever want to expand this business, if things really take off, you're going to need a floor plan. Because if you want to put, open a lot with 20 RVs or even 20 cars, at 20, 30,000 a pop, you're talking about $1 million. So it's not uncommon for even a small independent dealer to have $1 million floor plan. If we want to build up that credit to even have that option, then we've got to use it. The second thing is, keep in mind, this RV I have seen for maybe 15 seconds. I walk through it. I don't remember this one specifically. You just have no idea what you buy. I actually had some concerns making this whole series and this whole business idea that why would anyone pay more than trade-in if you're revealing your prices that you paid on your channel, but it's just like anything. There's a risk and reward. When you buy from a dealer, when you buy from us, 100% everything's working and you're not getting screwed over, where yes, you get it cheaper at auction, but you don't get that benefit. You could completely lose everything in one purchase, especially when you're as small as we are.
You picking up a boat?
No, it's a fifth wheel.
Fifth wheel?
Yeah. So I'm here checking out, but because my floor plan, which is the line of credit, and I'm just waiting for that to get approved. So I figured I'd walk out here and take a look at what we bought. I didn't test any systems. I have no idea. This thing could have a ripped off roof as far as I know. Here we are. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. Looks like the battery's dead. Looks like it's got good rims and tires. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, it's got a backup camera. I didn't know that. 50 amp plug, outdoor shower, little outdoor kitchen area. Let's go take a peek inside and see what we bought. Clean. Real clean. Okay, we can breathe. Breathe a little better. Bit of a problem. Pretty big one actually. The lady at the counter just said Next Gear is no longer doing RVs and boats, which I may be on the hook for coming up with $16,500 cash in the next 24 to 48 hours. So this is super frustrating and nerve-wracking because I'm trying to juggle three things. The first is the whole financing and the business side. I've never done any of this before. I don't know, when you walk into this place, where do you go and how do you get the RV? How do you take ownership of it? And then, of course, the second part is I've never towed a fifth wheel. So there's the mechanical side, and then there's making these videos. So I just want to make sure I capture everything, but at the same time, that's got to come third. Well, it's extremely frustrating. Drove an hour and 15 minutes up here to pick this up, and I can't get a hold of anyone to get it taken care of. So I guess I go home empty-handed today. Put together the cash and hope they work it out with the floor plan. By the end of the day, I can come pick it up tomorrow. Otherwise, I guess we just gotta give them the cash and do it that way. A little bit of good news. I called my friend who has experience with dealerships and this auction. He referred me to the manager of all the specialty vehicles here. I went back to his office and he said he can just let me drive this thing out on my Manheim credit, I guess. We're able to pick it up. We don't actually own it yet. We haven't paid for it, but we'll sort that out tomorrow. At least we did not waste a trip driving up here. What I'm looking for now is someone in a golf cart with a bunch of keys. They'll have the keys to my unit and they'll give me a jump since the battery's dead, then we can lower the jacks on the front. Okay, got my Anderson hitch. I got the guy here hooked up the battery, got the slide going in. That's good, that works. Lights are working, brakes are working. Let's put the emergency brake and let's get the heck home. This thing is mint inside. I've been walking around. We're gonna almost have a hard time selling this one. It's literally exactly what we wanted. Pulling out. Fifth wheel seems to be doing its job. Didn't scrape anything. I really should have taken that a lot slower. Slight downside to auction buying is this is a repo. It was from a credit union, and so there's no key. So when they took the thing, they didn't obviously get the keys from the owner. Okay, home sweet home. All right, it's the next morning. Everything's still looking good. Let's make sure no homeless people slept in it last night. I don't see any homeless people. I called a locksmith, and apparently if I take this to them, they can pull the codes and they can make me keys for 15 bucks. Kind of wedged here in the parking lot. Let's see how fast they can do this. Got the keys, 45 bucks. Good start to the day. Stay tuned for a full tour of this RV, which I want to save because I don't think this thing has ever been used. Not even once.
Well, this is pretty nice.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.